more space, more safety tech with NG power, and more peace of mind. All for only $29,990 drive away. The NG HS. It's the more you've been looking for.
Hi, it's Dan Flake here with your news briefing. State and territory leaders are beating the drum as kids across the country either head back to class or are about to do so. Students are back in New South Wales and Victoria, and children in South Australia will start doing the same later this week. Kids in Tasmania and Queensland head back next week. Sunshine State Premier Anastasia Palaszczuk says if you can get your children a vaccine before class starts, then make sure it happens.
My whole family has been vaccinated. My parents, my sisters, my nieces, my nephew. Honestly, I know there's millions of families out there that have done exactly the same thing. But if you are unvaccinated, you run the risk of ending up in hospital and becoming extremely sick.
Meantime, the tit for tat continues between federal and state governments as small businesses struggle to make ends meet after lockdowns and ISO requirements. The Liberal New South Wales government has slammed the coalition yesterday for denying its request for more relief payments. But federal Polly Pat Congahan has told Listeners Australia Today a heap of support's already being provided from Canberra.
We continue to pay pandemic leave. We continue to pay job seeker and a further $5 billion in tax cuts to people in New South Wales alone. So for Keane to say that the federal government is nowhere to be seen, in my view, is simply a reflection of his own ego. It made me so angry.
There's been 44 COVID-related deaths across the country so far today. And the Defence Force has today begun dropping 20 tonnes of food and supplies to South Australia's north, cut off by major flooding.
If you touch something that gives you an electric shock or tingle, the next thing you touch should be your phone. Call Ergon on 13 16 70 immediately.
Good news for one of our Winter Olympics athletes involved in a COVID scare. Curler Tali Gill's been in isolation after initially testing positive, but has since returned to negative tests and will resume preparations. The games officially get underway Feb 4. In the NBA, a bit of a worry for Aussie Joe Ingles. It appears the Jazz star may have suffered a serious knee injury while playing against Minnesota. And in the NFL, the teams heading to this year's Super Bowl have been decided. The Bengals were first through, while the Rams have just been the 49ers 2017 to lock down the final spot.
32 degrees and a possible shower in Cairns for the rest of today, down to 23 degrees tonight, a shower or two tomorrow and 32. Our listener app is the home of radio, podcast, music and news. Join up to listen live or on demand now.